So let's talk a little bit about the difference between adult addiction and what is unique about teens and substance abuse. And maybe that's an opening to talk about the developing mind and what's particular about a young person's experiences with drugs and alcohol.
Adolescence, from about, puberty to the early 20s, are in this period of unmatched brain plasticity. The only time where the brain is developing at this rate is from birth to 2. So adolescence is so much is happening in their brains. They're not only wiring up the frontal lobe of their brain that hasn't been really online yet, which is where all that executive function, planning, schedules, all that stuff happens. Their sort of limbic system, lower brain stuff is sort of running the show right now. This is just starting to come online. Myelination is happening in the brains. Fatty sheath is going over the neurons. Synaptogenesis. Synapses are just billions of synapses are happening. And there's no retakes on this, right? So if anything goes wrong during this period of incredible plasticity, you can't go back and fix it. And that's why during adolescence, drugs and alcohol do some things to the brain that just don't happen later. Like there are risks to certain drugs and alcohol to everyone, but then there are greater risks for many of them because they mess with parts of the brain that are in the process of growing and adapting and connecting really, really quickly. So that's what makes it different. And then, a lot of people call substance abuse a developmental disorder because teenagers are also uniquely wired to want to go there, right? Novelty, risk. Kids, adolescents have baseline lower levels of dopamine than little kids or adults. So when teenagers tell you they're bored, probably really are because their dopamine levels are just baseline lower. But man, drugs and alcohol really can fix that. So they're really in a place where, and also they're becoming. And that's scary. And not liking yourself is sort of a part of adolescence here and there. And drugs and alcohol can kind of fix that in the short term, too.